It's a strange thought, but have you ever considered that something as deeply personal as remembering a loved one could actually be one of the most powerful marketing engines out there today? It sounds kind of weird, I know. But there's this incredible connection between digital memorials and how businesses grow. So let's dive in and explore how grief and growth are, believe it or not, intertwined.
So let's just ask the big question, right? What actually happens after the funeral is over? For the family, of course, it's just the start of a long journey. But for the funeral home, for the business that helped them, is that it? Is the story over?
Well, for the longest time, the conventional wisdom was, yeah, pretty much. Once the service is done, that relationship is over. But what if that's not an ending at all? What if in our digital world, that's the precise moment a brand new door opens? A door that leads to a much more lasting and powerful kind of connection.
All right, so let's start right there, at that transition point. For years, it's been viewed as the finish line, but it's actually a huge overlooked opportunity just waiting.
This one assumption that it's just a transaction has been the industry standard forever. But just think about that for a second. The emotions a family is feeling, the memories they're holding on to, the love, that doesn't just switch off when the service ends. In fact, that's where the real relationship starts to form. And getting that one simple idea changes absolutely everything.
So if the relationship doesn't just end, what does it turn into? Well, this is where it gets really fascinating. Because the next step has nothing to do with marketing strategies or ad budgets. It's all about a fundamental human need, that impulse to share and remember together.
I mean, just think about it from a human perspective. Why does someone share a memorial page? It's not to sell anything. It's to celebrate a life they cherished. It's to gather all those amazing photos and stories in one place. It's to connect with friends and family who couldn't be there. It's a private, beautiful way to honor someone, and it's driven by pure emotion. It's an act of love.
And that's the absolute key difference, isn't it? A TV commercial or a Facebook ad is trying to create an emotion. A shared memorial is literally born from a real one. You simply cannot buy that kind of authenticity. It's what makes this whole thing so incredibly powerful.
Okay, so how does this one family's personal tribute get seen by so many people? This is where the magic of what we call the viral ripple effect kicks in.
It all starts so simply. One person, a daughter, a grandson, a best friend, decides to share the link to the memorial. That single click is like dropping a pebble into a perfectly still pond.
And then you just watch those ripples spread. That first share goes out to their immediate circle, right? But then their friends see it, and their friends' friends see it. Old colleagues from a job 20 years ago, neighbors from a town they used to live in, all of a sudden thousands of people you could never ever target with an ad are seeing this beautiful tribute, and your funeral home's name is right there connected to it all.
So what's the actual business impact of all of this sharing? Well, it's not loud, it's not aggressive, it's the complete opposite. It's about building your brand's reputation quietly, organically, and through genuine compassion.
I mean, just look at the difference here. We are all programmed to ignore traditional ads. We see them as intrusive interruptions. But a shared memorial page, that's different. That feels personal and important. We lean in, we pay our respects, because it isn't trying to sell us anything. It's there to honor a life.
So with every single share, your funeral home's name gets linked with all the right things. People see your brand, and the automatic association is professional, caring, modern. You stop being just another business, and you start being seen as a pillar of the community.
And this brings us to the real long-term value. See, this isn't just about a short burst of visibility when the funeral is happening. We're talking about creating something that lasts, something permanent.
Think of it this way. A newspaper ad is here today and lining a birdcage tomorrow. But a digital memorial, that becomes a permanent online asset. It lives on the internet forever, continuing to gather views and build your reputation long after the service is over. It's always out there, working for you.
And what's really amazing is how its value actually changes and grows over time. Sure, in the first month, it's a hub for the community's grief. But a year later, people come back to it on the anniversary to remember. And 5 years down the road, someone might find it through a simple Google search. And there your funeral home is, still present, still associated with that memory. And this, right here, is how all that visibility turns into a real opportunity. Because when someone in that massive, extended network eventually needs funeral services, whose name do you think they'll remember? The one they saw on some billboard? Or the one they associated with that beautiful, heartfelt tribute to their friend's parent? It's a no-brainer. So, we come full circle. back to that provocative question. Can a moment of grief truly become an engine for growth? It's not about capitalizing on loss. It's about understanding that the most powerful, most lasting connections are built on genuine compassion. And in today's world, that's not just good for the heart. It's just plain good for business.